Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. We are so excited that you have joined us for this performance today. My name is Tamara Lowenthal, and I'm the Executive Director for the Lotus Education and Arts Foundation. Many of you know about our amazing Lotus Festival that happens every year in late September. But it's springtime in Indiana, and that's when we share our Lotus Blossoms program with our Indiana community. Every year, we bring in artists from all over the world to perform for students, for seniors, for people of all ages. We've been presenting these shows to audiences and fans like you for 26 years. It's a fun way to be inspired and a great opportunity to learn more about the music and dance of other cultures around the world. This year, we are so sad that our artists can't join us in person because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, we might be somewhat used to this by now, but we're very hopeful that with the vaccines, life will be more normal next year. In the meantime, artists need to work. It's how they make their living. And Lotus is so glad to be able to give our artists a virtual stage where they can share their beautiful artistry. In order to pay these artists, we ask for sponsorships from the community. Our 2021 sponsors have been incredibly generous, and we'd like to thank them for helping us present these wonderful performers. This year's 26th Annual Lotus Blossoms program is presented by the IU School of Education, Lilly Foundation, Experience Technology, and Raymond Foundation, with additional support from Charles Schwab, Prince Sandblasting, the IU Center for the Study of the Middle East, and the IU Russian and East European Institute. Now we're so excited to share with you the artist Violet Duncan. A Native American hoop and powwow dancer, Violet Duncan is known for her storytelling and her performances around the world. Violet, who splits her time between homes in Arizona and Alberta, Canada, facilitates workshops to promote spiritual wellness and cultural education across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. Violet is a proud member of the Plains Cree of Kehewin Cree Nation and Taino. She held the title of Miss Indian World in 2006, and she was a featured dancer in Nelly Furtado's music video, Big Hoops. She was the Native American fancy dancer. After becoming the mother of 4 children, Violet saw a need for Native American representation in literature. Violet took it upon herself to author the children's books When We Dance and Let's Hoop Dance. So please enjoy Violet Duncan.
Danse, nitigasun kayas kisigisqueo, da puemio kisagao namito, da Kehewin Cree Nation, Otsinia. Hello, Bloomington, Indiana. Welcome. My name is Violet Duncan. I am Plains Cree and Taino, and normally, under regular situations, I would be there sharing with you songs and stories and dances from the Cree Nation. But because we are in the middle of a pandemic, I am joining you now through your screen. I'd like to share a couple of dances with you and a couple of my children's books. I am an author. I have authored 3 books, and today we are going to be reading Let's Hoop Dance, When We Dance, and then this last book just came out this year. It's called I Am Native, and maybe we'll share that when I come to you live. But I'd also like to introduce to you my guest here. This is my daughter.
Hello, my name is Manaya Duncan and I'm 11 years old and I'm so happy to be here.
Yay! We're all happy to be here. You might notice our breath. We're joining you all the way from Kehewin Cree Nation in northern Alberta. We are in our regular dance studio and we usually perform in here and dance in here in the summertime, but it's changed over to our storytelling studio. So it's a little bit chilly right now. It's minus 30 degrees outside. It's beautiful and snowy, and without further ado, we'd like to take it away with my very first book here. We're reading When We Dance. One morning, as the sun stretched its rays across the horizon, a whispered breeze blew softly, welcoming a new baby girl. Her mother named her Nipis. Little Leaf grasped at her mother's finger. Her proud mother spoke softly to her baby. My little Leaf, life is a dance that we share together. Little Leaf grew and grew. Her mother would hold her small hands as she wobbled across emerald-colored grass. As she took her first steps in the dance of life, her mother said, "When we dance for everyone and everything." Little Leaf smiled and danced her first steps as light pink flowers tickled her bare toes. Time went by. Little Leaf would run and play until her hair whipped messily behind her. The crisp air created puffy, pearly clouds that streamed from her mouth as she ran. Little Leaf would watch the leaves tumble all around her in beautiful colors of copper and gold. "Can you see the leaves falling?" asked her mother. "They dance on the wind to make way for the new leaves that will grow in the spring. When we dance, we are like the leaves, dancing for the ones we have never met." Little Leaf danced with the leaves as they crackled and crunched beneath her feet. 8 winters had gone by, and Little Leaf grew tall and strong. One morning, the ground was blanketed in snow that sparkled like tiny diamonds. Little Leaf watched as the frosty air made the drifting snowflakes twirl all around her. In her laughing playfulness, she began to twirl along with the snowflakes. Little Leaf remembered her mother saying that everyone is unique, just like the snowflakes. And for all the different people in the world, Little Leaf danced for them with her arms outstretched. As the years went by, Little Leaf grew into a young woman. She would sit with her mother beside a warm, sun-kissed valley, breathing the sweet smell of earth and flowers. "My little leaf," her mother would say, "all of life dances in a circle. When we dance for those who came before us and those that will come after us. All of life is a dance that we share together." Oh. Missed a page. When Little Leaf left home to find a path of her own, her mother would sit and remember all the wonderful moments when it was just the two of them. She would forever treasure the memories of the long walks full of stories and wonder, the cozy winter nights illuminated by Grandmother Moon. Most of all, she would remember when her daughter danced. She danced for the little butterfly floating over honeyed lilacs, for the silent elk invisible on the brush. She would dance for her people, even those who had passed, and for those not yet born. Little Leaf's mother would smile, remembering her sweet and playful little girl, now a woman. Early one morning, a golden glow covered the earth as the sun peered out. The leaves and branches glittered with dew, and the air was thick with the delicious smell of rain. Birds rustled in their nests as new life could be felt. A baby boy was born. Little Leaf admired her baby son. Her mother, now a grandmother, felt a swell of pride sweep over her as she marveled at her daughter, knowing that life would continue in beauty. Not long ago, Little Leaf was cradled in her arms with tiny hands that could only grasp a finger. "My son," Little Leaf said gently, "life is a dance that we will share together." And this is our first story, When We Dance. Manaya would like to now change into her jingle dress outfit and have her sisters join her. What are we going to see next?
Next we are going to see me and my 2 little sisters dancing the Jingle Dress dance.
And will you be sharing the story?
Yes, I'll be sharing the Jingle Dress story in my regalia.
And you'll be introducing yourself in the language as well.
Yes, I will be introducing myself again and we'll be doing the Jingle Dress dance.
So, coming up next, the Women's Jingle Dress Dance.
Wow. Hello, my name is Manaya Duncan. I'm 11 years old, and I'd like to share the story of the Women's Jingle Dress Dance. A long time ago, there was a little girl named Maggie White. She was very sick. Her parents took her to native and non-native doctors, but there was no cure for her illness. One night, her grandfather had a dream of her granddaughter dancing just to teardrops. He was happy and healthy. In the morning, he asked the grandmothers to make the special dress. They put it on her and she danced around the arbor 4 times. The first time, she was carried. The second time, she walked with help. The third time she walked, and the fourth time she danced. This is known as the Women's Jingle Dress Dance, also known as the Women's Feeling Dress Dance. We would like to demonstrate for you now. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed the Women's Jingle Dress Dance. We'd like to share with you the next story. Let's hoop dance. Oh, let's show them the front. This is Let's Hoop Dance. There once was a boy named Naichi. Naichi loved to dance. He would dance from morning until night. His favorite dance was the hoop dance. Every day he would wake up his dad and say, "Let's hoop dance." Naichi had a set of 4 hoops that his dad made just for him. He would take his hoops everywhere, in the car, to the park, even to the grocery store. Naichi would practice hoop dancing all the time because he wanted to be a great hoop dancer like his dad. Naichi's dad loved to dance too. He was a great hoop dancer because he would practice every day. Father and son would put on their favorite drumming music and dance the hoop dance together. Early one morning, before the sun came up, Naichi went into his dad's room and whispered, "Let's hoop dance." Or wait, he whispered it, "Let's hoop dance." And with a yawn and a quick stretch, Naichi's dad was awake and reaching for his hoops. They both went to the backyard to hoop dance. "Before we dance, we honor the 4 directions," said Naichi's dad. "We start in the east. We raise our hoops up to give thanks when the sun rises and blesses us with a new day. Next, we turn to the south and raise our hoops up to say thank you for the warm winds. We then turn to the west and remember the setting sun." "Naichi, do you remember who comes up when the sun goes down?" his dad asked. "The moon," Naichi shrieked. "That's right, the moon. The last direction is the north. Do you remember what the north is known for?" asked Naichi's dad. "The north is known for the cold snow and our elders like Grandpa and Grandma," replied Naichi. "Very good," exclaimed his dad. They lay down their hoops. "Okay, son, we always start with 1 hoop. What does this 1 hoop remind you of?" Naichi listed all the things it reminded him of: the sun, the moon, and the earth. "Yes, all of those are good," said his dad. "The 1 hoop is very important because it reminds us that there is no end and no beginning. Everything is always moving, just like the seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter, and back to spring. Naichi loved to dance with one hoop. He would watch in awe as his dad did one hoop tricks. His dad spun the hoop across his shoulders and threw it high in the air and then caught it behind his back. Naichi spun his hoop on one arm and they twirled the hoops together and jumped through them like skipping ropes. Then they each picked up a second hoop. When we dance with two hoops, we remember the balance in life. Night and day, man and woman, his dad said. Can you think of something that is part of that balance? Hot and cold? Asked Naichi. Yes, hot and cold is balance, his dad answered. Naichi spun both hoops, one on each arm. His dad clapped because this was a trick that Naichi taught himself. Naichi then picked up a third hoop. There are many designs they could make with 3 hoops. What does this look like when we add a third hoop? A caterpillar, Naichi shrieked. He tried to copy this funny design. With 3 hoops, they made a baby eagle and Naichi's favorite, the earth. They each picked up another hoop and held 4 hoops. What can we make with 4 hoops? Asked Naichi. His dad asked. I can make a daddy eagle, Naichi answered as he soared like an eagle. That's good, Naichi. You went from a baby eagle with 3 hoops to an adult eagle with 4 hoops, exclaimed his dad. That's halfway through the circle of life for that little eagle. Wow, is that why it's called the hoop dance and the circle of life dance? Wondered Naichi. Yes, it is, answered his dad. Look, I'll make a rattlesnake. Naichi was having such a good time dancing that he forgot all about breakfast until his tummy rumbled. Rumble, rumble. Hey, I heard that, Naichi, his dad said. We should go in for some breakfast now. All right, Dad, answered Naichi. Just as they were going in the house, Naichi said, Hey, Dad, after breakfast, let's hoop dance. And they did. That was my second children's book, Let's Hoop Dance. Right now we're going to share with you the hoop dance, and we're going to have all the kids come out in their dance regalia. And who else is going to be joining us?
Me and my little brother, Naichi, and my rest of my siblings are going to do the hoop dance.
The hoop dance.
I'm going to share with you the hoop dance.
As we enter into winter storytelling, my very favorite story involves our plant people. A long time ago, all of the plants, all of the trees spoke the same language. All of the birds were preparing to travel south for the winter. The winds were starting to get cold as they were blowing through the branches. Grandfather Bird gathered everyone up. Astum, my relatives, come here, my relatives. I have news. Early in the morning at first light, I want us to all begin our journey to the south. I want us to all find the warmth. Listen here, he was gathering everyone up. His children and grandchildren, the nieces and nephews. Listen everyone, we leave at first light tomorrow. All the birds left their nests and started to prepare for traveling the next day. It was the next morning, and as the sun was rising, Grandfather Bird was telling everyone what to do and how to do it and to prepare for flight. As he was pointing something out, his wing got stuck, and when he pulled on it, his feathers came off. "Oh no, Grandfather," said one of the birds. "How will you fly? If you don't have any wings, any feathers on your wings, how will you be able to fly south?" I can't talk. "Oh, don't worry about me," said Grandfather Bird. "I will be able to meet you. I will have someone to take care of me. Please go without me. It is getting so cold." "Grandfather, are you sure?" said all the birds. Yes, we are all related," said Grandfather Bird. "We all take care of one another here. I will be well taken care of." All the animals gathered and started to fly south for the cold months. Grandfather was waving them off, and as the last bird was out of sight, he went first to the beautiful maple tree. "My sister, maple tree, would you take care of me while the wind blows and my wing is repaired? I need to be in your beautiful leaves, and that will keep me fed and secure." "No," she said. "I am tired of you chirping all spring, summer, and fall long. I want it to be quiet." "Oh, I understand," said Grandfather Bird. He then went up to mighty Oak Tree. "Oak Tree, my brother, you have very strong branches. You will be able to take care of me there, just until my wing is better." "No," said Oak Tree. "I am so tired of you building all of your nests here. I want to be left alone for the cold months." "I understand," said Grandfather Bird. He wandered a little while, and as he was trying to look for shelter, Pine Tree came to him. "Come here, Astum, Grandfather Bird. I hear you asking our relatives. I know that my pine needles are sharp and that my sap is sticky, but we are all related. We must take care of one another. Climb up here and I will keep you warm and taken care of until your wing is better." Hi, thank you so much," said Grandfather Bird, and he slowly climbed up the beautiful pine tree. In a few weeks, his wing was brand new, and he was able to take the journey south. "Goodbye, my brother," he said. "Thank you for taking care of me." He started to fly south. It was told then that Creator had come down. "Pine Tree, what a kind and wonderful thing you have done. You remember that we are all related, that we all take care of one another. Shame on you, Maple Tree, Oak Tree, and all the trees that had denied Grandfather Bird. It is time for you to be taught a lesson. When the cold season starts to come, your leaves will change color and fall to the ground. And all winter long, you will have only branches. You will remember to be kind to one another. When the birds return, you will then receive your leaves again. All except for Pine Tree, for Pine Tree will remain evergreen." And this is the story of the evergreen pine tree and why it remains green all winter long. I love that story, and I've heard that story a few times. It comes definitely from the Southern Territories. I love how it talks about our plant people and our insect people and our bird people taking care of one another. As human beings, we need to remember that, especially during this time. Social distancing is so hard for everyone, but we can still take care of one another, still check in with each other. Remember, we are all related and we are all trying to get through this together. Thank you so much, Bloomington and Southern Indiana. Again, my name is Violet Duncan, and this is...
Minaya Duncan.
And we're so happy to be able to share our songs, our dances, and our stories with you. We wish that we could be there live with you, but this will have to do. Until then, stay safe out there. We read two of my children's books, and I hope to come back and share my last book with you, I Am Native. Take care, be safe. Mwah, mwah. Bye.